Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Nigel View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Lots going on in the world, lots to pay attention to. And my advice to that is, don't worry about it. Because many situations we have no control over, whether it be natural or man-made, or even man-made to look natural. And they haven't done that before, have they? What we need to do is not to be scared about things. What we need to do is prepare for things. At least if you've got a little something, you've got a chance. It's like taking a very, very long journey in a vehicle across maybe Russia, United States, or wherever it may be, and not having fuel and other bits and pieces, just in case you break down in the middle of nowhere. Now that would be a bad day if you've got nothing. If you've got something, at least, at any rate, like I say, don't be scared, prepare. What I suggest is enjoy life, embrace now, live the moment, because tomorrow is definitely a different day, and nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. Many scenarios playing out, and we're being told in many different ways that this or that may happen. But if we did know, we could put 6 numbers on that lottery and win that fortune. Hey, but what do I know? Every now and then somebody sends me a clip and it makes me sit down and really think about what I'm looking at. This clip certainly doesn't disappoint. What I can tell you about it, somebody sent it to me via WhatsApp, and it's taken from a plane, out of a window. We can tell that because we're looking at something that seems to be extremely high up. And also, I can't tell you if the sun is rising or setting. We can see the orange and yellow in the background, and that, folks, is our sun. 100%. Not that great big white LED that's in the sky that everybody tries to tell me is our sun. It's yellow. Big yellow plasma ball. Think electric. Anyway, let me show you this clip, and it's a very, very short clip. We can see the engine, and is that a contrail or is that chemtrail? Who knows? Yellow, orange, 100% our sun. Like I say, very, very high up. The camera pans round, and now I'm actually looking at a different type of sky, an alien sky. It looks like somebody's actually flying a plane over Pluto and taking a picture out the window. What is causing this effect? Something rising, something setting? Of course, that's normal, isn't it? Oh, just another faulty camera. Of course it is. 16th of March 2019, airportview.net, links to this in the description box down below. Pontchartrain South, and we're looking at our sun rising. Well, if you can get over this white object being our sun with that blue tinge, driving down the road at night looking at those ultra bright LED lights, but that blue tinge, that might give it away. But who am I to say? Of course, that is our sun. No sun, no life, don't forget. Not going to even discuss it. The sun simulator there is for a different purpose entirely. And at any rate, everything looks normal. I think we can agree to that and a test until you push the play button and then the sky starts dancing. Of course, that's a camera abnormality. Of course it is. Yep. We get to see our red spinning lens flare. Well, it's not a lens flare, it's a projected image. How do we know that? Because it moves from left to right. It moves with our sun and the sun simulator through the sky. A lens flare will go the opposite direction to the light source, 180 degrees or thereabouts. Whatever the light source does, the lens flare will do it in the opposite direction. This doesn't. And we also get to see this donut effect. We can see this hole here and the circle just there. We've seen this object very much brighter, more defined. It seems to have moved in the sky, and we always get it accompanied with this like fogging of the lens. This all goes hand in hand. Infrared light, I do believe. This object is meant to be in the infrared spectrum. Very, very hard to see. Any rate, let's get back on and have a look at the sky pulsating. Very, very normal. And we get to see this bit of interaction starting to build up over here. At this point, there seems to be something there. This is quite normal, and they are definitely chemtrailing. But something not new happens. We don't actually get to see this very often, and this suddenly appears, well, slowly appears over a matter of time, like they're moving a lens out the way, or they're moving a lens in the way. For me, what it looks like, yeah, well, you make your own minds up. Of course, this is a normal thing to see. That's a lens flare. Yeah, okay. We don't get to see this all the time, but now this has got a lot brighter and a lot more grown up. It has more substance to it. Something happened over here and it affected here. There is a big swirl of light that moves just there. You can see it like something moves on the sun simulator. But something quite interesting. Did a lens move out the way here? Or is this a lens in the sky and it's being projected backwards onto the lens of the camera here? We know this because we can see this object. But pay attention to what actually goes on. Yeah, if you look very, very carefully, you're going to see a cloud just there go past this object. So is that object already there? And we can't see it with the naked eye, but the camera is just sensitive enough to pick this object up. Clouds that go in front of objects. A lens flare? Anyway, you make your own minds up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use exactly the same clip, but I'm going to put it in black and white. Down here, we're going to zoom in and we're going to use equalize. Over here, we're going to increase the brightness and contrast and zoom in. All the clips are synced. So as this progresses through, we can see that hole there and we can see that donut there with the red spinning object just here. Take notice down here because this is quite interesting. Being equalized, what we know equalize does, it brings everything to the same level. So it shouldn't really change the picture at all. This one's not changed, but this one has become quite pixely. Don't know if you can notice. And then all of a sudden, after this action, we get this red object starting to appear, like it's moving out from behind something, or a lens appears, or not rightly too sure what's going on. And then how pixelated this actually does get. Just down here, you can see the clouds. There you go, as it goes past. Is that object in the sky at that particular moment in time? Or is that a lens and the object's being projected on that lens to be hidden, but the camera is just receptive enough to pick that up? We're being told that this object is very, very dark and only can be seen in infrared. That is where the camera is so great in helping us find things in the sky. Just look over here, how pixelated this picture is. Same day, 16th of March 2019, different camera, Laramie Mountains Northwest, and it's later on through the day because we're going to watch our sun and sun simulator set. Something new has occurred, something new has caught my eye. Never seen this before. And first off, we get this greying, this fogging of the lens, which leads me to believe that we're going to see something here. You can see they're chemtrailing the sky. Of course, they're not trying to hide anything at all. And we get to see our red spinning planet. Watch very carefully. You can see it spin, but it's very, very distant. Look up here. We seem to get this interaction with the chemtrails and our sun simulator, making it light like a big mirror in the sky. You ain't going to see nothing in the background. But this is the new part. Just down here, we get to see this object yet again appear. Something moves out the way, and it seems to set with our sun. That's normal. Never seen that before, and it is much bigger, much more defined, when I started catching this about 2 years ago, it was very, very distant. Now it's all grown up and seems to be very, very close. Of course, that wouldn't be possible because our governments would have told us, they wouldn't lie to us, and yeah, global climate change is down to us. Of course, all the volcanoes going off, the earthquakes, the mad weather, the pole flip. Anyway, I'll leave that for you to decide. I know what I'm looking at, and it's not camera abnormalities. It's just broken cameras. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.